Let's get into the attack on the First Amendment. Let's get into the heart of the vicious assault on free speech here, but also in Europe. Communist Chinese net censorship is officially coming to the U.S. The Communist Chinese are so arrogant, they've been in the Wall Street Journal and other newspapers in the last several weeks saying, you must shut down the alt-right. You must get a hold of your fake news. That's what Communist China called it 20 years ago when they kicked off massive censorship in China. That's what they call it today. You'll see headlines, China executes executive for fake news, criticizing some government-controlled stock. In China, they would execute Donald Trump for criticizing Boeing. This is the control, and now China lectures Hollywood and is buying up Hollywood. This is the multinational globalist takeover with the foreign communist Chinese and the Pope and the Saudi Arabians telling us we can't have Donald Trump as president. Well, now they've failed, so they're panicking, and several Saudi Arabian princes, if you look at it, own a controlling interest together in News Corp now. So that's why Megyn Kelly is so anti-Trump, so anti-America, and more won't criticize Orthodox radical Islam. And Megyn Kelly has announced that she's trying to move to CNN. Her ratings are plunging. The Harpy has shot her wad against the American people. Like a little boy in drag. But I'm not going to get into how she looks. I'm going to get into what she's done with the backdrop of, did Facebook just kickstart the real info war? That's the Daily Beast admitting they're hiring Soros finance group, helping flag disputed stories to be, quote, buried by Facebook. Facebook empowers far left group to bury fake news. That's up on drudgereport.com, that article. Now, let's get into just a small portion of what she did. Now, I told you, you've already heard about this. NPR 3 weeks ago started taking this tape from November 4th, not even about Pizzagate. That term wasn't out there yet. And I was talking about, I don't know about all this devil worship and the Podesta emails and all this craziness. And he does go to Aleister Crowley meetings. I mean, that's admitted. Now, that's even been in the New York Times. They say it's no big deal. Drinking blood and all this stuff. Okay, whatever, we should investigate it. And they take that and focus it onto a pizza place. And then NPR and others will only air the first part of the clip. Well, now Kelly takes it directly from Right Wing Watch. It's on the screen. If you're a TV viewer, radio listeners can go and see it for themselves at Right Wing Watch. And they leave the part on where I say she's personally, through the jihadis that she empowered, killed and tortured and raped children, because jihadis have done it by the hundreds of thousands. They don't play that on Fox News and then come on and say, I'm going to get people killed. To the point that my mother took it when she called me saying, are you saying that she rapes and kills kids and chops them up at a pizza place? And I said, no, Mom, I'm going to send you the clip. I sent it to her, and 30 minutes later, she texted back and said, you ought to sue Fox News and Megyn Kelly. I'm never watching it again, and she is pissed. And it's hard to get my mom angry. When she does, look out. My dad's tickled her once, and she knocked him out. The crash and blow of a big right hand almost sent that Texas man to the promised land. Now, this is what's going on. This woman thinks you're an idiot. But, again, it's next-level deception. Let's go ahead and go to clips. The full video's up on Infowars.com. It's a 9-minute, 18-minute segment. In case they're blaming, you know, saying we're editing. No, we're just excising the pieces. Where they intro it, they talk about me, they cut the clip off where I explain I'm talking about Syria. It's a twist. And then they go into how much I'm going to cause people to be killed or people like me. And then they go on to say, ban the First Amendment. Here it is.
On how this whole thing got started. Trace?
Megyn, as many controversies do these days, it began with a tweet. On October 30th, days after the FBI announced they'd be reopening an investigation into Hillary Clinton's emails, someone on Twitter, whose name remains unverified but has several thousand followers, posted that new emails found on Anthony Weiner's computer confirmed that Hillary Clinton was involved in a pedophilia ring. The Twitter post included information from a Facebook user who stated, quote, My NYPD source said it's much more vile and serious than classified material on Weiner's device. We're talking an international child enslavement and sex ring. The next day, the bogus claim was picked up by a website called yournewswire.com, message boards like 4chan and Reddit, right-wing blogs, and several pro-Trump websites. InfoWars' Alex Jones, a far-right web host, posted a YouTube video seen almost 500,000 times.
When I think about all the children Hillary Clinton has personally murdered and chopped up and raped, I have zero fear standing up against her.
The rumor spread, inspiring some newfound internet sleuths to start digging around in John Podesta's hacked emails, searching for proof and location of the so-called sex ring. What they found were numerous references to pizza.
All right, pause. Back this up about 2 seconds for me, because, again, for radio listeners, now we're going to play the real clip from Right Wing Watch. Now, Fox News says their source is Right Wing Watch, so they went, they got it, they didn't get it off YouTube, they got the full clip, they cut the front off, knowing I was actually saying, I don't know about the Satanism before the term Pizzagate was out there, but I do know she's funded the radicals. I came, I saw, they die, who do rape and kill and cut up kids, so she personally is responsible for this, because that's how it works in international and national law. If you knowingly order people to go murder or torture somebody, you are found to be an accessory of murder one, and it's considered as if you are the person actually doing it in law, just as much as the person that does the hacking or the raping. But see, she thinks you're stupid. Let's go to the actual clip. Now, there's a twist to that. Am I talking about the devil worship story with her chief of staff, her campaign chairman, looking at the menu of blood and semen and body parts at the Aleister Crowley event, the private event? Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I mean 200,000 plus dead Christians with her operation with Syria and her operation in Libya, and not letting the Christians get out, and directing Al-Qaeda and ISIS, who target and murder children and put them through sex slavery and throw Catholic priests off cliffs and kill people in mass and murder gays and everything else you can imagine, because they don't like peaceful people. And they con everybody that they're for open society and they love everybody. Anything they do is for degradation. Now, that's the video itself. Again, we have the Right Wing Watch clip as well that they say they got it from, that extends out and plays the entire clip as well. So this is what they do. This is how they deceive. So I want to take this live segment, going back like 6-7 minutes ago when I started really getting into this, and I want to add to it the spirit cooking, shots of their high priestess admitting, no, this is real ritual, his emails, the emails about the $65,000 in succulent hot dogs being delivered, all the other real stuff that they want to divert off to from New York to this D.C. pizza place and David Brock's boyfriend of Media Matters. Not going to work. But this is what they think about you as their viewers, and we're going to show the Al-Qaeda and ISIS people murdering folks and throwing them off cliffs. We're going to add videos to all of this and articles backing up what I said and showing you that they don't want you to know about the Saudi Arabian jihad army running around murdering and killing when Hillary launched this whole operation as Secretary of State. And the Pentagon saying she's to blame for hundreds of thousands dead. And Trump saying she's the founder of ISIS. We're going to show all that, but Saudi Arabia, that owns News Corp now and is basically buying up the rest of it from Rupert Murdoch, is the word, they don't want you to know what their army's doing. They want to shut you up and sit around knowing the American people are their slaves. Kind of like the Saudi Arabian princes that got caught driving 100 miles an hour around neighborhoods in L.A. and Beverly Hills. When they got out to the police, they said, I am a prince. Bow to me. I am above the law. Listen, you're not in North Korea or Saudi Arabia, Jack. So you can have your little tart, Megyn, sit up there and read off a teleprompter and lie to her audience, but my mother will never watch Fox News again, and now hates Megyn Kelly with a passion. You're playing a numbers game, though. Oh, you've got a couple million viewers. Okay, that's one of the smaller shows on Fox. The other shows and other channels have a couple 100,000. So you're a big fish in a small pond, sweetie, and you're there in New York, and the old dinosaurs, the old bosses, still People above 65 or 70 don't know there's an internet. And they still think that it's only you. But in the rest of the whole world, in the whole system, people know who you are, and they know what you're up to, and they know what you're doing, and they know you're a liar. The internet hates you. Everybody from about age 12 up to about 65 cannot stand you and loves you. The whole world basically hates you. Any thinking people don't like you. And by the way, I want to be clear. There are a lot of people above 65 that are on the internet that are smarter than I am. But there is that certain group of people above 65, we all know them, that are basically in a trance and watch TV all day long. I have family that are some of the smartest people I know, literary-wise, history-wise, who for whatever reason have kind of got caught like a moth around a light bulb, just running into the TV all day, and they just watch 6, 7, 8 hours of TV a day, and they think that's the media. And they're lethargic, and they're just kind of in their own world. So, yes, Fox News has a bunch of lethargic people. You know, I've been on Fox News probably 20 times until they blackballed me a few years ago when I refused to go work for them. I refused to go do pilots with them. They just were like, excuse me, you don't want to be on Fox News? No. Really, we're going to pay. I want first-class tickets. Then, oh, no, we don't do first-class tickets for people, even our top hosts. Well, I'm not coming then. I want a $500 a night hotel, and I want first-class ticket. And it wasn't that I demanded that as a writer, like, rock stars, Ozzy Osbourne wanting all green M&Ms or something. I just knew they wouldn't do it. And I said, hey, they came back a day later. Okay, we'll give you first class. I said, nope, don't want it. Bye. And they used to call me to come on, and they send a car to get you to make sure you make it there. And I was like, no, I don't want to come on. And they just can't believe it. Because I already knew then that I had 3, 4, 5 million viewers and listeners a day. Now it's more than that. I don't need to come on and bow down with some weird narcissist in a suit or some woman in a prostitute outfit with the lights and the makeup and everyone getting off that they're in New York and they're in a big studio and just make-believing that they're all arriving and petting their briefcases and purses and everyone just, oh, we've arrived, and just power tripping around. I want to go outside and look at the stars. I want to run out, on the park behind my house with my shoes off at night under a full moon. I want to rampage around in a Jeep with the front window out with a semi-automatic rifle, blasting targets. I want to just enjoy myself and be around other normal, decent people. I'm fulfilled. I don't need mainstream media. I don't need Fox News. I don't need Hollywood. Hollywood now offers me all these big movie roles. No, I'm not interested. You don't want a major role in a major $50 million budget movie. No, I don't want it. Well, come on. And I say, let me guess, I got to come out there for what, 2, 3 months? And I got to miss a bunch of my shows? No, I don't want to do it. Really, you don't want to be in a major movie with major stars? Nope, don't want to. You'll change your mind when you see the contract. I don't care about $300,000. Wipe my rear end with that. I care about restoring the republic. I care about winning, not just this generation, but the next generation and the next, and the species succeeding. I have a total race consciousness will to not have the species fall to technocracy. We're in a death battle for our very spirit. You should all feel completely claustrophobic under the New World Order. I want it off of me. I want its spirit defeated, vanquished, and banished to the ninth circle of Hades. I want it out of our dimension. That's heavy stuff. Yeah, we're on a planet with only about 1.5 miles of floating rock on top of semi-liquid magma that's 3,000 degrees. And then you go deeper, it's a red-hot ball, basically as hot as the sun, spinning, made of liquid nickel. And we're orbiting a gigantic flame ball with huge ongoing thermonuclear explosions every millisecond, with trillions of galaxies around us and interdimensional systems and everything. I don't care about some tart in high heels stumbling around, okay? And when you transcend them, it's game over. When you don't care about them anymore, it's game over. The only thing to wealth is good transportation and better medicine and education. There's nothing else good about it. And I only say that because Wall Street and Madison Avenue makes you feel inadequate because you're not rich. It's all bull. None of it means anything. Cultural richness is what's important, and they're stealing that from us. We'll be right back. But hey, Megyn Kelly blew it. Totally exposed. She thinks you're an idiot.
Thank you for listening to GCN.